Yo, what's up, people? Isaac here again from Issie Ishiyama, aka Astro Izzy. And if you haven't been to our website, scoot on over there, slide on over there, run over there, whatever you got to do, get over there. Support the brand, support the movement. The holidays are approaching quickly. I know, because I was out in the crazy stores today doing a little holiday looking and holiday shopping. If you haven't bought a t-shirt, you haven't experienced Issie Ishiyama yet, go get you some. My brand is exclusive. Anything I do a few of these shirts. I do 50 shirts, and then I don't print them again. Sometimes I do 100, but most of the shirts I do 50 and I don't print them again. So go over there and get you some shirts. If you collect sneakers, if you know somebody that collects sneakers, your nephew, your cousin, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your son, your daughter, whoever, my shirts do come in women's sizes. Go over there. They will love the whole presentation, the whole quality, everything that Issie Ishiyama stand for. They're gonna love it. They're gonna be able to match their best sneakers up with it. If they collect toys, they're gonna collect t-shirts. They're gonna love everything that comes with it. So go over there, IssieIshiyama.com, and cop you some fresh exclusive t-shirts. All right. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to this video, shame on you. I'm sorry, to this YouTube channel. Shame on you. Subscribe. And everybody that already subscribed, thank you. And feel free to share these videos on your social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you go. Do y'all still use MySpace? I do. Share these videos. Let's keep this movement growing. And for everybody else that have already subscribed, thank you a ton. I appreciate all of the positive things that you guys, the comments. That's one thing I wanted to go over that I missed in the video I did before this, and I had to delete it because it stopped on me. But I really appreciate all you guys, all you guys who subscribe, and even the ones who have not. Your comments, your positive comments, your feedback, I appreciate you. Man, I love you, and I thank you from my heart for your I'm glad I can help you, because that's my goal. That's why I created this clothing brand. That's why I do these videos. If I can give back and encourage others to follow their dreams and pursue their passions and never give up and never quit, and have that I will not lose mentality, then my life is great. All right. And I love inspiring people. So I'm glad that you are inspired. For everyone that has emailed me, left a comment on these videos, and told me how much I inspired them, thank you. You are an astronaut, and you are an unstoppable monster. Welcome to the gang of the unstoppable monsters. And to the emails, I got some really good emails, and I wanted to go over an email real quick, but I'm not, because I want to keep this video about 7 minutes. But it's an email from a brother, I think he's in South Carolina, named Andrew, and he talked about in the email how, I should read it. He talked about in the email how inspirational the videos were to him. He talked about he's developing his own clothing brand. My videos have made an major impact on his brand, and helped him to evaluate and go deeper than just a name and look of his brand. He's 22. He's saving the funds to make his brand right. He talked about my videos being played the Bible role, and showed him a lot as far as the clothing brand. That right there gave me goosebumps, because that's the goal. My goal is to inspire people, and when he said that my videos they play like a Bible role in his starting his clothing brand, that's like goosebumps. I got goosebumps now. You can't see them, but I got goosebumps. Okay. He talked about a lot of other things, but this was probably one of the most inspirational emails and responses I got. And he talked about the motivation for him starting his clothing brand is his children. He want to be different. Key. That's why I did this video. How to brand your clothing line. Be different, or just be weird. He talked about how many young black men do you see that want to be start a clothing line, or want to be something different. Most of them, a lot of them, he see that they want to be rapper or sell drugs. Powerful email, and I really appreciate this brother. His name is Andrew. I appreciate you, man, for that video. I'm sorry for that. I'm tweaking for that email. That was a powerful email. And that's why I wanted to do this video real quick. I wanted to give a shout out to every last one of you beautiful people out there that has subscribed and gave me comments and and gave me feedback and asked questions. You can ask questions anytime. Send your questions to info@IssieIshiyama.com, and I'll try to answer them as quickly and as best as I can. But that's why I wanted to do this video, because I think your clothing line should tell your story. It should be connected to your story. You know, I believe that already. This is the great equalizer. Your story is what's going to separate you from all the other clothing lines out there, because trust me, it's a lot of clothing lines out there. Trust me. And your story is what's going to separate you from the other clothing lines. Your story is the great equalizer. It separates you. It gives you your own unique weirdness. All right. So you tell your story, and when you tell your story, you build trust with people, and when people trust you, they'll buy from you. Okay, they'll buy from you. And the way you build this trust is you just become personal. How do you become personal? Tell your story. So yeah, your story is, if you don't have one of these, I keep this with me. I was in the store today, and whenever an idea hit me, I either talk on my phone, which is kind of crazy because everybody be looking at me like, who the hell is he talking to? Or I either pull this bad boy out and I write little notes on here, and I keep these notes and I go over them whenever I can. And when I get home, you got to get one of these little things to keep in your pocket. This is a must. It's a little notebook. They like $1. I'm almost on 7 minutes, and I'm conscious of time, so maybe 8 or 9 minutes. I'm gonna keep this quick and brief. All right. So telling your story. All right, telling your story is the great equalizer. Everybody know. If you don't know my story, go to IssieIshiyama.com. Click on the About Me, and then right under the first paragraph is my story. Click on my story, and you'll see a brief summary of my story growing up on the south side of Chicago. I'm not going to go into it right now, but my story is what separates me from other clothing brands. I mean, it's what's going to separate you from other clothing brands. It's the great separator, the great, equalizer. It gives you the same amount of authority. So tell your story, connect it, and don't try to be like everybody else. Don't look at who wop the D-Bop clothing brand and try to be like them. All right, you can take little bits and pieces of nuggets from them, but be your own brand. Your story. Tell your story. Be your own brand. Be different. How to brand your clothing line? Be weird. And that's what I'm saying. Your story is different. It's weird. A real quick story. Real quick. I was in a store, like I just told you. I was out doing some shopping, some holiday shopping, and a lady, we got in a conversation. She saw this shirt right here. If you can see, this is my When It Rains shirt with the one eye on there. And she asked me, and she got into a conversation about church. She wanted to know, did I go to church and would I come to the church? And I don't have, look, I'm here to help people, right? I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care how old you are, how young you are. I'm here to help you. All right. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. That don't bother me. I'm here to do a couple things to make this world a better place than when I found it. And if that should be your goal as well. That should be your goal as well. And so once she found out I didn't go to church, she And so let me speed it up a little bit. So we got, and I asked her, it was my turn to ask a question. I asked her a question. So where's your church? And she told me it's in Inglewood, right? And I know exactly what she was talking about. And I asked her a question, is Inglewood is filled with crime, right? Yeah. Inglewood is filled with violence, right? Yeah. Inglewood is filled with inferior education, right? Yeah. Inglewood is filled with lost boys, young men that need help, right? Yeah. And I was like, when the last time your church been out on those corners to speak to those young men? Aren't y'all the salt of the earth? Shouldn't y'all be out there preserving those neighborhoods? Why is it when I drive on 70, I can drive from 71st and Halsted to like 89th and Halsted or whatever, and you can count like 19 churches? And that don't make sense. And then you go to the other side of you go to the other side of the tracks where other people live at, and they only got one church in the middle of their town, but their town is prospering. You got all these churches claiming to have the power of the Most High, but your neighborhoods are filled with crime and they're not prospering. And then you go to another side of town where they just go to work, they got businesses, they got one church in the middle of the town, and they're prospering. Something ain't right. So what the point I'm making, sorry to dive off into that. The point I'm making is that you got to make your clothing brand weird. Okay, you got to make it stick out. You got to make it stick out. You can't be like everybody else. Let me end this video before this bad boy cut off. And you got to be different. Just keep your clothing brand weird. Make people talk about it. Make people talk about it. Talking about your brand. And I'm not talking about bad talking. Like if you send out a bad product and that product is bad and they talking and spreading bad stuff about your clothing, I'm talking about like this lady might go home and I gave her a business card and she's gonna tell somebody and they're gonna tell somebody and they're gonna go to my website and they're gonna go to my website and they're gonna go to my website. That's the kind of talking I'm talking about. I'm talking about viral marketing by mouth. It's the best marketing you can get. So let me end this video, and maybe I'll do a part 2 of this video. So thank you guys. Go to IssieIshiYama.com, check us out, support the brand, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on part 2 of this video. Peace out of here.